successful in the online backup business. Because frankly, it's not just about having the product. If you don't have good billing solutions that can work with your business and the way you bill your customers, then you're going to have trouble. You need marketing solutions and marketing support to know how to build a pipeline among your customers. You need sales support. So you can actually leverage our sales associates to work in your name and help you close your large deals and your large customers, and that's a very powerful part of what we do. Extensive training, so we provide training both on marketing and sales and technical training for you and all of your employees, but as well as your customers if necessarily. And then technical support. We've got a vast support organization that's designed and geared up particularly just to work on helping our partners succeed. So as an example of that, we have 8 full-time employees whose only job is to take you from today, hearing a webinar about online backup, to getting you in the market a few weeks from now with your own fully rebranded white label product. That's called our partner delivery team. Their focus is just getting you into market and helping you be successful. In terms of who partners with SOS, we get this question a lot. Our focus is the types of business I've already mentioned. So typically VARs, MSPs, break-fix computer repair businesses, data recovery businesses, ISPs, and then software companies. That's kind of the broad range. But anybody who specializes on anything here on the screen, we've got many partners in. So vertical markets, the medical, financial services, and legal industries are all particularly rich markets for online backup. Government and education are as well. And then from a business needs standpoint, anybody who's in the business of selling DR or archiving solutions, selling laptop fleet protection solutions. There aren't many backup solutions out there designed for laptop fleets, but the SOS system works superlatively for laptop fleet protection. Backing up branch offices, so we've got lots of partners who they may not have the contract to support Motorola, but they may have the contract to do the local support for one of their branch offices in a state, for example. That's very common. And then obviously just typical DR deployments and applications, so email servers, app servers, database servers, very common targets for online backup sales. And then these both remote data access and mobile data access. These are actually quite, they're recent but new drivers of online backup sales. So that as businesses are starting to understand that backing their data up to the cloud doesn't just give them a higher level of protection, but also gives them the ability to access and consume and share that data. We're seeing quite a lot of customer pull who are attracted to those productivity gains from the online backup, for an online backup solution. Just a couple of examples of some partners who've recently joined with us and been successful. This is an example it was an MSP who was serving 2 markets, serve the consumer market, particularly students, K through 12, and then had a separate subset of their business where they just focused on doing support for small businesses. Typical MSP providing monitoring services and managed PC support. Why did they partner with SOS? They used SOS to actually start a whole new data services business line within their business, with online backup being the core of a new managed service offering. So they've been able to build a whole new revenue stream around that managed data services offering that they've built around our technology, and they've actually, they're doing terrifically. Within 60 days, they'd sold through everything that they'd worked with us to take to market to begin with, and we're now working on a bigger partnership. Another example, and this is very common for us, is this was a much smaller business. This is just a break-fix computer shop, a couple of employees supporting 12 small businesses in their area. And generally the profile for those businesses were small businesses up to 15 employees, 1 server, 5 to 15 workstations. Their goal was to actually enter the MSP market. They wanted to transform their business from just a break-fix shop with one-time revenue on hardware sales and transform that into an MSP-type business with recurring revenue lines from their existing customers. And they used online backup to actually enter that market. So they now build themselves as a full managed service provider, and they've also acquired partnerships with some monitoring solutions and some other technology pieces. But online backup's become the core of their offering, and through that transformation, they've actually won 3 accounts dramatically larger than any other business they've ever been able to win, including a government account with 5 servers and 100 workstations, which they've sold, I think, more than $10,000 worth of online backup to. So this is a great customer success story and pretty typical of the types of people who work with us as partners. And then the third example is probably one of the most interesting slides, I think, in this deck, because what it highlights is this is a particularly successful MSP partner of ours who have taken our technology, wrapped it up into several different customer-facing offerings, because one of the least understood areas of the online backup market for VARs and MSPs who are getting into this is how do I price it, how do I sell it, how do I package it. What we always recommend and what we can work with you to do is to come up with several different offerings and not have a one-size-fits-all offering. So in this case, this partner, just at the high level, in the period in question, which was I think 11 months, sold $70,000 worth of backup, of which $58,000 was profit. So an 82% profit margin, 500% return on investment. So he's been phenomenally successful financially. And he divided his offerings to tailor to first a large client, quote unquote, customer type offering. And what the plan there was, there's often this debate in the industry about how to price online backup. Should you do it on a per seat basis, a per gigabyte basis, perhaps a per business basis? What we recommend to our partners very, very strongly is to not price it on a per gigabyte basis. Doing it on a per gigabyte basis potentially arises the risk of it becoming a storage or commodity type sale. And if you sell 100 gigabytes of online backup to a customer, very easy for that customer to walk into Best Buy and see a 100 gigabyte hard drive for $50 and then say, well, how can I possibly justify spending $500 a month? So we recommend strongly against doing that. What we do recommend offering to your customers and to your small business customers is saying, we will give you a total data protection solution. We will design a DR strategy for you and document that. We'll do the implementation, and we will protect all of the data in your business, no matter how much data you've got, for one flat managed fee. So, for example, $500 a month for a small business with 10 employees to protect all of their data. Doing that within the context of a managed service offering with that DR strategy in place, and then using that, I don't want to say all-you-can-eat pricing, but doing that at the business level where you're billing them for an entire business backup allows you to then achieve much richer margin. So under the hood, what this partner of ours did was actually came up with these bundled offerings where he would then sell this fully managed business backup solution for $750 a month. Under the hood, he was allocating 500 gigabytes of backup in our cloud to support that, but he was not actually then messaging that through to the customer. What he was messaging through to the customer is a total business data protection plan for $750 a month. So with that approach, what he's been able to do is build a revenue stream for his company of nearly $6,000 a month that he's earning. But his cost on that for the whole year is only $12,000, roughly. So he's earning $6,000 a month, but he's only got an annualized cost of $2,000 a month. Sorry, I beg your pardon, taking the annualized cost and working back to his monthly cost. And then he's taken a similar approach to his medium-sized clients, where he's built a fully managed data protection offering, and we've worked with him to develop that, which marketing materials, a full-on proposal, the disaster recovery plan that we worked with him to prepare and put together. He then sells that all through to his customers at these different bundled monthly price points. So he's been able to sell it from small clients who are on the back end are only consuming 25 gigs of storage. That might be 5 laptops in a small business environment, all the way through to these larger customers he's serving. And what you're looking at on screen is what we call the ROI model, and it's what I referred to right at the beginning of the webinar. And I think the number one thing you can do to educate yourself about the opportunity that online backup represents for your business is talk to our consultants about getting an ROI model built, right? And it varies pretty significantly from business to business, but looking at the people who are in our session today, if any of you haven't yet got an ROI model built, then the one thing I strenuously recommend is to talk to our consultants and have them build one for you. They're going to ask you a few questions about your business. They can then share knowledge and best practice that we've developed as a company over nearly 10 years working with MSPs and VARs and ISPs about the best way to market and package and sell this to your customers, and give you a range on what kind of revenue can you expect from this, what kind of profit margin can you expect from this. And we do all of that free of charge for you. So it's really a business evaluation that we can do for you and then build a financial model for you. And that really helps you make a decision about, is the online backup industry for you? Is this something that you want to get into? And and how big do you want to get into it, so to speak? And really, that's just one example of our commitment to this total partner solution. So I've talked to this slide here, but the fact that we don't just provide you with infrastructure, and I mean I could talk long and hard about the fact we've got 10 data centers globally and we've got thousands of servers and we've got tens of millions of dollars worth of infrastructure. I could talk long and hard about our product and our software development and the millions of lines of code we've got in our R&D centers, but that's not what I want to focus on. What I want to focus on is the business side of our solution for you. So we have all of that technology and that infrastructure, but then what we really believe where your success comes from. So if we're trying to make Jared Weber successful or Fred Myers successful, it's about helping you and your businesses understand all these other elements, the billing, the marketing, the sales, and the pricing, the training elements for you and for your customers. And that may be customer education, right, just in terms of building a long-term sales pipeline for this, or that may actually be technical training on how to use the product. So we've got various training programs that we offer through to our partners. And here are some examples of what I'm talking about. So on the screen, you can see some white-labeled solutions. In the middle here is a product sheet. This is just a rebranded PDF product sheet that we give to all of our partners, and we provide a whole bunch of marketing material. On the right-hand side is a couple of examples of the PC software being rebranded. We've also got a tool called our vulnerability scanner, which is a very small little applet that will scan a given PC, and you can see what it does here on the right-hand side. The PC it scans got 8 gigs of data on it, 65,000 files. So what we do for our partners is we rebrand the vulnerability scanner, and then we get what you then do with your clients is get all of your clients to run it on all of their PCs, and helps them scope all of the data that they've got out there that's vulnerable, hence the name of the vulnerability scanner. So it's a tremendous marketing tool to actually help your clients educate themselves about their exposure. So this is a tremendous tool that our partners have used to great success in building their own pipeline. And then talking just in a little more detail about what we do on the back end, you get a dedicated account manager who works with you to help you throughout your partnership life with SOS, and that's constantly feeding you marketing materials or support documentation, or working with you to coordinate with our training teams or whatever it is you need. The PDT team, our partner delivery team, that's 10 people. I said 8 earlier, but the 10 people, I've just got an updated deck, that are working in that team, and their full-time job is just to bring you to market, so to design you the marketing materials and the rebranded software and get you launched. Our training organization, so we've got ongoing training every day of the week. We've got different training sessions going on for those different aspects of the solution that we talked about. Sales support, leveraging so the partner consultant that you work with here at SOS in LA, that consultant will always be available to you and will work with you over time at your need to come into your bigger sales opportunity. So if you've got a $5,000 or $10,000 opportunity and you think you need additional sales resources, you can bring SOS employees into your sales calls as your sales engineer type resource, and they'll work in your name. So they won't position themselves as SOS at all, but they'll be there to provide all the specific product knowledge, but also sales support to help you close those deals. And then, of course, we've got 24/7, 365 technical support who are there